Every other ad is DSCR loan, the easiest loan in the world, 20% down, closed with no questions. You don't even have to have a job. Well, the truth of the matter is all of that is true, but there are nuances to this loan. And if you don't do it correctly in the very beginning, all those great things that made you want to do this kind of explode in your face a week or 10 days before closing it. I experience this a lot because I get calls from people, Michael, I was referred to you, but I went somewhere else. Okay, no problem. My closing is scheduled for this Friday, and I just got a call from my lender. It's a $400,000 investment home. I have beautiful credit. I'm putting up 20%, which is 80 grand. And they just told me I need another 5%. Oh my God. What am I going to do?
Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Real Estate Pros podcast. I'm your host, Michelle Kesil, and today I'm joined by someone I'm looking forward to chat with, Michael Banner, who has been in the mortgage business for 44 years. So really excited to have you here today, Michael.
Thank you so much, Michelle. So excited to be here. I've been on before, and I just love your platform. It's the best when you want to talk to investors.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that our audience is lucky to hear all of the wisdom that you have. And I know that you want to share a lot about DSCR loans. So let's dive in.
Yeah, I really, and I appreciate you letting me do this because I'm sure every mortgage person in the world wants to come on your podcast and talk about DSCR to investors. But it really has struck me the last few years, especially the last 12 months. You get on Facebook, you get on LinkedIn, you get on Instagram. These are things I'm active on. Every other ad is DSCR loan, the easiest loan in the world, 20% down, closed with no questions. You don't even have to have a job. Well, the truth of the matter is all of that is true, but there are nuances to this loan. And if you don't do it correctly in the very beginning, all those great things that made you want to do this kind of explode in your face a week or 10 days before closing it. I experience this a lot because I get calls from people, Michael, I was referred to you, but I went somewhere else. Okay, no problem. My closing is scheduled for this Friday, and I just got a call from my lender. It's a $400,000 investment home. I have beautiful credit. I'm putting up 20%, which is 80 grand. And they just told me I need another 5%. Oh my God, what am I going to do? I don't have another 20 grand. I go, well, there's only one reason for that. And that's the rental coverage, or DSCR, debt service coverage ratio.
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
The whole point of this loan is your mortgage payment cannot exceed the potential rent. When we order an appraisal, we order a rental comparison. And if that rental comparison comes back, if your mortgage payment is $2,500 and the rental comparison says the average rent for that unit is $2,499, $1 short, you're in trouble. Oh my God, let alone $100 short or $200 short. So I'll end up saying to this person, may I ask, you did a rental comparison before you signed the contract, right? No, my realtor or my mortgage person or the investor I bought this from didn't even bring that up. Why would you spend $500 or $600 on an appraisal? DSCR, debt service coverage ratio. We do a rental comparison for our clients in the beginning before they spend any money to make sure that their debt service covers the rent. And that's one of the things that makes the loan flow through. So that's the big problem I'm seeing is people not being prepared. And then, of course, even when you are prepared, Michelle, you run a rental schedule and everything looks great and they put down a $10,000 deposit or whatever they put down. And then 2.5 weeks later, the appraiser comes back and disagrees with the rental schedule. And it is 100 short. And suddenly again, how do I go from 80% loan to value to 75? Well, our company, American Pacific Mortgage, which is the ninth largest independent lender in the country, we do some special things with our DSCR loan. Number one, almost all DSCR loans allow 2% seller contributions. American Pacific Mortgage allows 5%. So I know maybe some of your viewers are going, oh my God, sellers don't want to pay 5%. Maybe, but if it's a week before closing and the appraisal comes back a little teeny short and they are $50 or $100 short, they don't have that extra 5% down, 10 grand, 20 grand, 30 grand. We can use that 5% to lower their rate, to buy their rate down. So that extra 3% that American Pacific does, as opposed to our competition, 2%, we allow 5% seller contributions. I can't tell you how many deals we save on a weekly basis because we're lowering your rate 3/8 of a point. Really? Yes, and that's lowering your payment $92. Now you're back to 20% down. So again, it's right back to those nuances to carry you to closing. It is the greatest loan in the country. I mean, my God, we don't even ask if the client has a job, Michelle. The section on the 1003, the mortgage application, is blank for employment, but you got to do it right.
Yeah, absolutely. What do you think are like the misconceptions that you commonly bust for people?
Well, again, the misconceptions are, grandma died, left me X amount of dollars. I'm going to buy my first investment home. I don't even have to have a job. On the 5th of the month, I had $162 in my checking account. Now I have 78,000. Want to close in 30 days? Well, that's a misconception too. All the advertisements say 30 days seasoning. We only have to have the money for 30 days. That's a little misleading. What it really should say is one full bank statement. Because if you did come into money or make a large deposit on the 10th of the month, the client thinks, well, the 10th of the following month, that's 30 days. Can we close on the 11th? No, because that month's bank statement shows the money appearing out of nowhere. Now we have to ask where it came from. Now we need to source it. Now we need additional bank statements. Really isn't 30 days seasoning. It's one full bank statement. Another nuance to prepare. Of course, we do this in 49 states, not New York, which is unusual. Most DSCR lenders are in a handful of states. Again, when working with an experienced loan officer and an experienced lender, the sky's the limit. And of course, not many lenders, but we do not only 1 to 4 units, Michelle, but we do multifamily units, 5 units and above. I'm personally closing on a 10-unit apartment complex in February, and it's DSCR. Now they have to put down a little more money, of course, but what a cash flow! It's amazing, and I didn't even need income verification.
If you're looking for consistent, high-quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency. It's the most sophisticated, data-driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
Yeah, amazing. And so, when would someone use the DSCR loan versus another type of loan?
Well, normally I would say the DSCR loan is for people that can't prove their income, or they can prove their income, but it's not enough to qualify for their present home, their 2 car payments, their 2.3 children, and an investment home. So normally I would say that's when we would use the DSCR loan for those people, because I don't have to ask your income or what you do for a living. I just need to see your 20% down in one full bank statement. But even that has changed because of the interest rate environment that we now live in, Michelle. I am actually giving better rates for a DSCR loan with 20% down than Fannie Mae is doing for a fully documented 20% investment loan. Because I'm sure you know, as and all your viewers know, owner occupied rates are X, but when it's not owner occupied, they hit you for the rate. So it's really amazing. I have people that do qualify and go, "What's the rate?" I tell them, and then I say, "But I can do a DSCR twice as quick, and your rate's lower." So it's very strange out there right now, but what a wonderful environment for investors.
Yeah, absolutely. And so, how does this benefit the investor?
Well, it benefits the investor because let's face it, everybody wants to be an investor. And sometimes qualifying, I do loans for people that have 20 properties. And after they're done with their depreciation and other tax write-offs, excellent credit score, beautiful residential home. These are wealthy people, but their tax returns don't reflect it because they have a great accountant and they have their write-offs and they have their upfront depreciation. So the DSCR loan is for people that don't want to hand in their tax returns and go through that hassle or are not capable of. It's both.
Got it. That makes sense. What other opportunities do you support investors with?
Well, of course, again, with American Pacific Mortgage being the ninth largest investor in the, ninth largest independent mortgage company in the country, we offer, we're direct Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac. Our rates are staggeringly competitive. It's not that unpopular in today's world for someone to take their residence that's worth X amount of dollars and has no mortgage, and we do a cash out refi on their residence because that's where the tax benefits are. And then they use those funds to buy an investment home free and clear. Of course, we're a VA lender. We're very proud of that. We're a direct VA lender, and we love helping our veterans. FHA, we have close to 36 down payment assistance programs, not for investors, that's for owner occupied. But again, for that immense group in our country that are renting a house right now, again, married couple making good money, great credit score. They're married, they have 2.3 children, they have 2 big car payments. Life is good, but they can't save up that 15 or 20 or $25,000 down payment to buy a home for themselves. Not talking an investor right now. We have literally 36 down payment assistance programs to help young borrowers that can afford a house, but in today's crazy world, can't save up that down payment. It's expensive out there right now to do anything, to take the kids to the movies. God.
Yeah, definitely. That makes sense. I know people are looking for all of the ways to leverage their finances.
Yes, absolutely. And there's, my passionate, my hot button is helping people prepare for retirement. Because we're all living longer. We'll talk about that. And, before we go about my podcast, before we sign off, My passion is helping people to prepare for retirement, and they have many vehicles to do that: 401ks, IRAs, annuities, life insurance. But there's no better investment than buying real estate. It just isn't. I mean, and that's the way it's always going to be in this great country. So I love helping people do that.
Yeah, definitely. What do you think people are missing right now when it comes to preparing better for retirement?
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
Yeah, that's a rough one. And like I said, it's my most sensitive subject to me on an emotional level. Um, they're missing a lot. I mean, the truth of the matter is, unless you're in the top 5%, maybe even 3% of this country, and you have a 7-figure bank account in the millions, preparing for retirement is a double-edged sword. We're living longer than our parents. We're certainly living much longer than our grandparents. And, you know, right now in this country, if you live to be 62, and notice I didn't say, Michelle, be healthy at 62. I just said live to be 62. You have almost a 50-50 chance of making it to 90. And 98% of this country, and that's not a number I pull out of thin air, that's a fact, is not going to be able to retire in their 60s with 25 or 30 years cash reserve in the bank. That's why you see people, I'm 67, look how hard I'm still working. Life is good, but accumulating wealth when everything is so expensive in the world today, it is very difficult. I think where people are missing is their brother, the rich attorney, or their uncle, the doctor. He's set for life. You can do that too. You can be set for life in your 70s, 60s, and 70s if you start preparing in your 40s and 50s. If you buy those investment homes that will build in value and the rent will go up as the balance goes down on the mortgage. If you purchase a long-term annuity and you make contributions to it for 20 years and you don't take it out and it builds tax deferred. If you don't let your life insurance go, if you convert it to whole life insurance with cash value, there's just so many things, Mr. and Mrs. America, that are working so hard, to make their family have a good life. Yes, it may sound or may seem insurmountable in this crazy world that we live, but yes, you can prepare for a very prestigious and luxurious retirement. But you can't stop preparing in your 60s. You got to prepare in your 40s and 50s.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's important for people to get ahead.
Yes. I mean, right now, getting ahead in today's crazy country and our environment. I mean, let's face it, Michelle, we have our problems right now, but we live in the best country in the history of history. And that's it. That's America. But forget getting ahead. The great majority of this great country right now is trying to get to the end of the month, and they make good money. But like I said, between their children and their car payments and little league and dance lessons and maybe a vacation to Disney World or a cruise, they're very happy at the end of the year that the kids have everything they want and they put a little away in their 401k or their IRA, and we had a good year. A lot of people have put saving for retirement or amassing assets, wealth. A lot of America, I'm going to say more than half of America, has said, "I'm sorry, that's out of reach for me. I'll have to kick that can down the road. And right now, my children need this. Right now, my daughter's getting married. My son's going to college. My parents need help." Um, the American dream has gotten a lot rougher the last 20, 30 years in this great country.
Yeah, I can understand that. The prices have definitely risen.
Yes.
Yeah, and so is there a way through like mortgages and loans that people can like use this tool in order to become better with their finances and save for their future.
Yes, I mean, there's no doubt. It's just like anything else in the world. I mean, if you want to, God forbid, if you have pains in your chest, you go to a cardiologist. If you have a problem with your foot, you go to a podiatrist. You have problems with your eyes, you go to an optometrist. You know, if you want to do something in the real estate investment world, work with a great realtor, work with a experienced mortgage person. Again, I have so many, I won't say friends, but acquaintances. Michael, we were going to use you for the mortgage. My wife's cousin has been a mortgage person for 20 years, and it would make the holidays real rough if I didn't use them. And then 3 weeks later, they're calling going, this guy doesn't know what they're doing. I mean, my God, my closing's all goofed up. My closing costs are $4,000 higher than he quoted. Your home, your residence, your rental home is probably the largest asset, and conversely, your largest liability of your life. Do business with somebody you have confidence in. Do business with somebody that has 44 years experience. And build a trust and a bond, with that person, like you would with a doctor or a lawyer or your accountant. I mean, again, this is a lot of money. You sign those papers, that's it. 30 years.
Yeah, absolutely. It's an important decision to make.
Mm-hmm. Most mortgages last longer than most marriages today. Sounds terrible, but it's a mathematical fact.
Yeah, it's
It's crazy.
reality.
It's a reality. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, before we wrap up here, someone wants to reach out, connect, learn more, hear about all of the ways that you're working and serving. Where can people find you and connect with you?
They can find me anywhere. If they Google Michael Banner Mortgages, I'm everywhere. But please feel free to email me at mbanner@apmortgage.com. Okay. That's my easiest place. I live for my email. It's never off. And then I'm going to ask, I hope all of you to tune in to my weekly podcast, which is on a dozen different platforms, YouTube, Spotify, iHeartRadio. It's called 62 Who Knew, the 62 Who Knew podcast. And on that podcast, not only do we talk about things like you and I just spoke about, Michelle, but again, we talk about the annuities and the life insurance and I'm not a real estate agent, but if somebody says to me, Michael, I'm in Florida where I live, or I'm in Washington State, or I'm in New Jersey, and I don't know any experienced realtors, one of my national sponsors is Remax. They will be able to click on a certain link in my podcast website, and they will automatically be connected with an absolute top Remax agent in their area. If they go, Michael, I think it's time we bought an annuity. I'm not going to do that. I'm not an annuity specialist, but through 62 Who Knew's website, I will connect them with a national expert wherever they live. So I hope your viewers will tune into 62 Who Knew and subscribe to that. And I hope I can help a lot of people have the highest quality retirement they possibly can.
Awesome. Well, appreciate your time, your story. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome. And for those that are tuning in, if you got value, make sure you have subscribed. We have more conversations with operators like Michael who are building real businesses, and we'll see you on the next episode.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.